Growing up right now means your brain rarely gets a moment of silence. Between the endless 20-second reels, a phone that never stops buzzing, and the heavy pressure to figure out exactly who you are, it is a loud, exhausting way to live. We are living in a validation economy. These platforms are designed to harvest your attention as a resource, turning your sense of self-worth into a metric that the algorithm can manipulate in real time. Look at your biology. Your prefrontal cortex, the CEO of your brain handling impulse control, is still under construction. Yet every like or view gives your brain an artificial burst of dopamine. Platforms know this, designing apps to bypass your impulse control and keep you hooked. This means the digital chaos is a highly engineered machine, built specifically to exploit your biological vulnerabilities. Living inside that constant pressure cooker creates deep exhaustion and anxiety. When the stress peaks, it is incredibly common to seek out an artificial, physical escape. Turning to vapes, drinks, or pills is rarely about having fun. It is a fast, temporary way to numb the overwhelming noise. The same digital distortion bleeds into how we connect with others. The algorithm constantly feeds us highly edited, dramatic narratives, tricking us into believing that jealousy, obsession, and toxic situationships are what real love looks like. Even genuine mental health struggles have been swept up in the cycle. The internet has commodified sadness, turning deep personal trauma into a competitive hashtag or a trendy aesthetic, rather than treating it as a signal to seek real help. Whether it is chasing the chemical hit of a vape, performing your pain for followers, or feeding off relationship drama, the trap is the same. You are trying to cure the exhaustion caused by the algorithm by using the exact shallow metrics the algorithm created in the first place. Breaking out of this biological loop requires regulating the nervous system from the inside out. This approach draws on a lineage of Indian thought that spent centuries documenting how to stabilize the human mind against sensory overload and external chaos. Long before modern neuroscience, texts like the Patanjali Yoga Sutras and the Charaka Samhita laid out detailed frameworks for mastering human awareness. These are not vague spiritual concepts. Focused breathwork and physical mindfulness are precise tools designed to biologically calm the nervous system your screens constantly attack. Engaging in these practices allows you to deploy an ancient, field-tested technology to manually override the chaotic programming of the validation economy. This wisdom applies directly to how we treat each other. It introduces the concept of the patched attachment, a practice where you care deeply and intensely for someone, while simultaneously giving them the absolute freedom to be exactly who they are, without trying to own them. By embracing that space, you protect your own peace. It allows you to recognize when a connection has become toxic or exhausting, giving you the clarity to walk away with dignity rather than forcing a spark that just isn't there. The same internal boundary applies to your own mind. True mental healing starts when you learn to observe your anxious thoughts passing around you like clouds. You notice them, but you do not let them control your actions or define who you are. Real recovery demands quiet, internal effort and emotional detachment. You cannot heal by broadcasting your damage and waiting for external validation from the timeline. Society will also push you into hustle culture, demanding that you tie your worth to your grades, your future salary, and endless productivity. But treating yourself like a machine running on a treadmill guarantees burnout and a deep sense of emptiness. This is especially dangerous as we increasingly rely on artificial intelligence to do our heavy lifting. If you let AI do all your thinking and write all your thoughts, your own human curiosity, empathy, and critical problem-solving skills will start to atrophy. The countermeasure here is the ancient practice of santosha. Santosha is contentment, or the ability to find profound peace in the present moment. It means doing a task well for a genuine personal purpose, rather than chasing constant applause. Achieving high grades or leveraging powerful tech tools means very little if you sacrifice your own humanity and inner peace to get them. This brings us to the core ethos of being young, wired, and truly awake, outright rejecting the prepackaged narratives, propaganda, and arbitrary rules handed down to you by influencers and screens. You can start reclaiming your power today with a few immediate steps. Turn off non-essential notifications, set strict timers for apps, and unfollow fake, highly edited accounts. From there, commit to building your own personal moral compass. Focus on speaking the truth and staying low-key, choosing authenticity over performing constantly for an audience. By doing this, you stop being a passive consumer of an algorithm. You evolve into the Neta, the definitive main character and sovereign leader of your own narrative. So put the phone down, step out of the algorithm, and begin doing the thinking entirely for yourself. The digital world is a chaotic environment you were born into. You cannot control its design. But the internal practices discussed provide the mechanism to navigate that world on your own terms.